Let me start out with a serious warning. This is a board from an air conditioner, an inverter type, and they're also in heat pumps, something similar. I'm not going to encourage you to mess with one of these because they have massive capacitors that are carrying hundreds of volts, and it will just take your life away in a breath. So don't do that unless you absolutely know what you're doing. But this video is not really a how-to. This video is more of a PSA, a warning about what can happen. The reason this board is out of the air conditioner is because it went bad, and it went bad because we had ants in it. Yes. Frankly, it's like Mitsubishi got to do better, because you're going to put a circuit board outside, where critters can get into it, and the technician said it's either ants or spiders usually that get in these things and short them out. I had a Hitachi pump that had an inverter circuit in it, and they had it covered with a rubbery protective surface all over it, and that thing lasted 17 years. This thing didn't make it anywhere close. So when we pulled it out of there, when the technician pulled it out of there, the capacitors over here were just covered with ants. They also liked, where was it? Well, the area around the capacitors a little bit, and it was mostly over here. I'll pull off the heat sink in a second. But I asked them, can we just clean it and reuse it? And they said, no, it usually takes out the circuit board when the sensors blow. I'll show you the sensors, and I'll show you why they said that. But these ICs over here have turned sticky, so my guess is they've overheated. The plastic looks like it's gone. So that's one of the reasons that they don't do that. So let me show you where most of the ants were. They were underneath this heat sink. I've already taken the screws out, and we can see what's underneath here. So because this thing is blown, we don't really know which parts are good or bad. These appear to be power controllers. These are a bunch of little capacitors. I believe this looks like a full wave bridge rectifier. In fact, it's marked that way. So yeah, they just said these things blow out, and that's that. But let me flip it over here. I'm still paranoid because I know what capacitors can do to you. But on the back side, you can see it's relatively clean. There's still a few ants right there. But yeah, so this was $250 worth of a mess caused by just ants. Again, I think Mitsubishi needs to do better. Okay, let's get in here closer, and we will look at the sensors that attach to this. We have a gas flow sensor. We have, this is something to do with a motor. It's a kind of like a fuse or something on the motor, but that's not exactly it. I looked it up and now I can't remember. And these are temperature sensors. But again, let's get in close with these and show you where the damage is. This is the gas flow sensor, and it looks okay. The cable is not damaged out to the plug. And yeah, I don't see anything really awful about it. But we can still see some ants stuck in here. I don't know if you can see those, but yeah, there's still a bunch of little ants in there. So I don't know what I can do with that. I may play with it and see if there's something interesting. The next one is not quite in a good a shape. You can see some miscoloration down inside there, and the wire is separating from the potting material. And this one's even worse because the ants have brought in a lot of corrosion, and you can see that. And these are the temperature sensors for various things. So, and this is the star of the show. This thing is the motor. I can't exactly remember. I'll have to put a note here on the screen. It's a click-on, and 24 volt DC, 6 amps. And you can see there it's blown. That's charcoal. But it gets even worse. You can see what they did to the wire. Those little black spots. Yeah, they literally ate through the insulation on the wire, on both wires. And of course, they make things damp. And so there is a tentative short between them. And as the holes get bigger and things get wetter and all that, see on the other side there's eating holes. They ate holes through there and there. Well, that's not the worst of it. No, of course not. See that hole right there? Yeah, they chewed through the outer casing. Now if I pull this back, you can see more damage. All these black spots are where they ate through the wiring. And yeah, that's that for that part. We'll move this jacket up there. And as I recall, yes, there are some more marginal spots down here. So yeah, apparently this is the thing that went out. The ants finally got through and wrecked and then blew out the main board. So yeah, the technician's advice was to, what did he say? He said, yeah, just spray for ants every once in a while. Well, yeah, I don't think that's the real answer. We poured a bunch of sulfur powder around the air conditioner on the ground, and hopefully that will prevent it. But you know, that's nearly $250, and just because somebody put a circuit board outdoors and didn't consider that, oh, you might have to protect that. Okay, well that's it for this PSA on ants and air conditioners. I hope this will help you save a $250 plus repair bill.